Halo Reach is one of those video games that will always be very special to me. It came out literally about 10 years ago, and I remember being so excited. The hype was incredible for this game, and it was the last true send-off to what we knew what was going to be the last Halo game. So let's go ahead and talk about Bungie's last Halo, Halo Reach. You play as Noble 6, part of Noble Squad or Noble Team, and this team is comprised of a bunch of really cool characters, 5 other teammates, June, Carter, George, Kat, and Emil. They are all awesome. They add a lot of layers to your team, and what you must do in this story is you are fulfilling a very important mission in the final days of Planet Reach. When this game was about to come out in September of 2010, I remember being so excited for this. Halo is one of my favorite video game franchises, and it really inspired me in a lot of ways, within movies, within anime, within comics, and I love the setting, I love the story, I love the characters, the world, etc. This was a big deal for me. This was going to be the last Halo that we currently knew of, and Bungie was stopping everything after this. Bungie was going to go work on Destiny, and this was their last Halo, and they went all out. They gave us a fantastic war story, which is just so moving, and it is really more emotional than I remember. You also are getting an incredible expansion and update to the Halo multiplayer that we've been playing for years, while all these people and fans have been playing Halo 3 for years. We finally get this brand new experience for Halo, and it was such a really cool improvement, and it added pretty much a good idea to what other Halos in the future would do if there were to be one. Not to mention, the core gameplay and visuals were boosted 100% in this game. This was a game where I remember a lot of people were saying, why do people and guns and everything look better and canonically look better on Planet Reach, and why doesn't that stuff look good in Halo? And Bungie said, play it and you'll find out. And it makes sense with what happens. I really like this about Halo Reach. There's this whole big wonder, and it's what Halo is all about. But I will talk about that as I keep playing the series into Halo Infinite this fall. If you have never played Halo before, Halo is my favorite first-person shooter of all time. I think it beats Call of Duty, it beats a lot of the other bigger guys around. I think it is flawless in terms of controls. And in Halo Reach, they add a lot of new stuff to the Halo franchise that we didn't even know we wanted. So in Halo Reach, we got armor abilities, and there's holograms, there's jetpacks, there's armor lock, there's special dodge rolls for elites when you play that, and it was really cool to test these out. I remember playing the first couple days of multiplayer and jumping in a jetpack and thinking that was the coolest thing that I've ever done in a video game. And there was a lot of really cool stuff that you can do throughout the single player campaign and the multiplayer. These armor abilities really change up the strategies of how each player can play. One of my favorite additions to the Halo franchise was added in Halo Reach, and that is assassinations. This is such a cool mechanic. It really makes you feel badass. What you do is you hold the melee button behind an enemy type in campaign, in multiplayer, and you perform a special takedown, and it is so satisfying. Even if you're jumping, they made one where you literally just slam your fists right into the head and then they just down. It is so satisfying, and it never gets old, and this has been a thing since Halo Reach. So Halo Reach, Halo 4, and then Halo 5 had them, and I'm really hoping Halo Infinite has them because I thought assassinations were so cool. The negatives I've had with this game are really pretty much the same as almost any game from the early 2010s, and that is the AI. I found the AI to be really frustrating in helping you. Not the enemies. The enemies feel very smart and intelligent, honestly, in this game. And I really like how the elites will dodge grenades you throw at them, and how the brutes will just kind of charge you out at will. That is awesome. But I think the thing that bothers me, and I remembered this in almost every Halo, the thing is, when you're playing, there is some teammates with you, and the teammates will try to assist you, but pretty much you just have to do all of the work, which is fine because that's a video game. You're the main character, you're the star of the show, you must get things done to progress the story. But a lot of the AI allies don't do nothing, and it's kind of frustrating. In this playthrough I played on heroic difficulty, so that was even farther removed from if I played on the normal difficulty. The other thing is the checkpoint system. I was noticing, this is maybe my third or fourth time playing Halo Reach, but the checkpoints act very odd. Sometimes it's the further you progress into the level, the more checkpoints you get, and then sometimes it was responding by how many kills I was getting. There was an instance where on the last level, you are running to do an objective, and I was killing enemies, killing a bunch of aliens, and then I get to one area, I got the checkpoint, but then I died, and I started at a further back checkpoint, and it's just annoying to redo stuff that you already did and pretty much you thought was over with. So I've had a couple problems there with that. I think this is like an early 2010 problem, because in the early 2010s and in the late 2000s of video games, the AI, the checkpoint systems, they weren't really that great. I remember games like Lost Planet 2 were atrocious for checkpoints, and I'm really happy when you look back on some stuff on how much we really get with autosaves, checkpoints, great co-op AI. I love that stuff. So those are my negatives with Halo Reach. Halo Reach, simply put, is a beautiful initial send-off to the franchise. Marty O'Donnell and Bungie did a fantastic job. I didn't even go into the wonderful soundtrack of Halo Reach. This is something that's going to be very prominent and I will be talking about in every single Halo game. The soundtracks are incredible. They are very moving, they're inspiring, they want you to succeed, and they fill you with wonder, and it is really quite something. Halo Reach was a beautiful prequel story and a awesome and moving war story that really makes the player see how it all started. And it was really cool to replay this game and kind of see in a little bit more of mature eyes, and then get to appreciate all these years later. With the multiplayer being improved, we got an incredible new story. There's also a firefight mode, which I didn't even get to mention, which is a horde battle. Halo Reach is a true love letter to Halo fans, and to anybody who has never played a Halo, it's actually a great starting point where you can start this and it kind of goes into the trilogy, and then from there on you can play ODST, and then 4 and 5, and then later on Infinite. So this is the first review in my Halo series going on, and Halo Reach is a fantastic game, one that I will always love, and I cannot wait to play the next one, Halo Combat Evolved. So that is the end of this episode. Please let me know down in the comments below what you thought about Halo Reach. Do you have any sentimental value with Halo Reach? Do you love the Halo franchise? Are you ready for Halo Infinite? Let me know in the comments down below. My name is Brandon, and I will see you all next time.